Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I will be looking at the ZALMAN CNPS-6000 CU cooler. What is included in this package is the manual. You have some screws here to mount the fan bracket, the fan itself, and as well a fan mate, which is basically a speed adjustment for the fan. They've also included some thermal compound. You also have here a heatsink installation tool. I'll show you how this works with this, and of course the heatsink itself. The heatsink itself, dimension-wise, is 95 to 110 millimeters long. This length varies because you can spread open or close these particular fins here, and there is 56 fins aside here for a total of 112 copper fins on this. And this is actually pure copper except for two aluminum barriers here at either side, just keeping it all together. Now, going on with the dimensions on this, the width of this is 63 millimeters and the height is 65 millimeters. This is a pretty heavy heatsink, weighing in around 462 grams, so certainly a very, very heavy cooler. AMD's recommendation for these weight-wise is around 300 to 400 grams, so certainly this is way over that spec, and Intel around 180 grams they recommend for their socket 370. Of course, this will fit on the socket 370 or the AMD socket 462. First, install the CPU and apply some thermal compound. Next, place the heatsink on top. And when doing this, you want to make sure that you're lined up with the posts on the socket, the plastic socket below. As you can see here, this is going to slip down through, and then you're going to use that heatsink tool to just clip this on. So clip it on one side first, of course, the side without the hole, and just use the heatsink installation tool here just to press down, and basically it'll just clip in. You might want to just move it around a little until it clips into place, and once it is into place, you're finished. Once the heatsink has been attached to the motherboard, go on and start to install the bracket, and then the fan, and then attach the fan mate. After screwing down the fan bracket here, of course, this would be adjustable. Put it in the position you want and just go ahead and screw it all the way down so it's nice and secure. The next part of this procedure is to install the fan right here. How this fan actually attaches to this bracket is quite simple. You just use one corner of the fan here. There is a screw as well as an aluminum spacer here in the center. You basically put this up through the bracket, and then you would use a nut here on the top to just secure it to the position you want to have this in. And once you have the fan in the position you want it, go on to the next part, which is basically attaching this fan to the fan mate and then the fan mate to the motherboard. So from the fan into the adjustable fan mate, and from the fan mate right directly into the motherboard. Just to give you some indication how loud this fan is at maximum spin and at minimum spin, I'll go ahead now and turn it on. And at maximum spin, it's very, very quiet at around 36 decibels, and the fan speed right now is around 2800 RPMs. And if you can hear, or maybe not, this fan right now, even at the maximum spin, is extremely quiet. I'll go ahead now and reduce it down to 1600 RPMs, and right now it's literally, you cannot even hear this fan at around 20 decibels. The results I got using this cooler, using a Duron 1.0 at 1.2 gigahertz, using a system voltage of 1.85 volts, also using Arctic Silver 2, was an idle temperature of 39 C and a max load temperature of around 46 C. So some good results certainly from a copper cooler and a fan that is extremely quiet. That is certainly one of the positive things about this cooler. It is very quiet, and also you have to take in consideration that this particular cooler is certainly one of the most unique looking things I've ever seen, and it certainly does perform well despite the fact that it looks kind of cute. The negative things to this cooler are it's expensive, and also it has that single clip design. I would have liked to have seen somehow the 3 clip design on either side, because of the fact that this thing does weigh over 400 grams. Certainly relying on 2 clips on either side of that plastic socket is not a great thing to do, because if one of them breaks, you're out of luck. But overall, this is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, be sure to check out my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, pop into the forums. Registration is free. You can go in there and register. You can leave your own suggestions and comments. And of course, you can find out all kinds of information about this product and about all the products which I video review. Until the next time, take care.